Today's video, we're covering 3 different ways we can automate draw object signals with the Predator signal system. For those of you new here, the Predator X is an order entry and management tool for NinjaTrader. It comes loaded with many different features that can help with a variety of different trading styles. One of those features being the ability to automate third-party draw object signals. So that could be something like an arrow or text from an indicator that tells you when you're supposed to enter a trade. The Predator X is able to pick up on many of these signals and is able to automate them for you. Now, we do have a full user guide on how all of this works and a free trial available on our website, TradeSaber.com. And if you want even more content or need help getting started, join us on Discord. All links for everything are going to be down below. To get things started, I first want to start with the most common entry signal type, and that is your regular draw object signal. So that's going to be things like maybe an arrow like you see here. Sometimes it could be a text, triangles, dots, squares. Things of that nature are usually used inside indicators to print some sort of a signal. So I'm going to show you what signals are valid to automate, and then I'm going to run through a few examples of different scenarios we may run into. And these examples should apply to pretty much any indicator signal out there. So you can take those same concepts and apply them to your own indicators so you can automate them with the Predator. So first thing, what signals are valid with the Predator? Now, all we have to do is just double click on your signal. So on this arrow here. And in order to automate it with the Predator X, we need some sort of a tag and a current bar code. So I'm going to show what that looks like here. And all it's saying is it's giving you some sort of a tag for that draw object, and it's attaching it to the current bar. So if I move this over here, we'll take this arrow for an example. The tag for it is called above upper. This tag is going to be different for every single indicator. It is very rare that 2 indicators have the same signal. So make sure you guys always check the tag yourself. Don't rely on anybody else. Always check it yourself. But in this case, we have above upper. And then the number next to it, that is what we call the current barcode. And all that's telling you is this signal is getting printed on bar 10,250. So if we were to scroll all the way back to the very beginning, this one would be bar 1, 2, 3, 4, and all the way on until we come back to our bar, and this will be 10,250. So in order to be automated by the Predator X, you are going to need some sort of a tag and the current bar number. So if you see that, you should be good to go. You can usually spot the current barcode if the numbers keep going up in order as you go down the list, and they'll be seemingly random numbers like you see here. And that's just because, again, it's getting attached to the current bar at that time. Now, if you were to see something like above upper 1, then right under it is above upper 2, 3, 4, 5. Something like that is not using the current barcode. Something like that we cannot automate with the system at this time. So in order to be automated, it has to be using that current barcode. Now, all that we need to type into the Predator is the tag portion right up until, but not including the number. So in this case, we are going to be using above upper, that is our long entry signal, and below lower, that is our short entry signal. We're not going to include the numbers. So let's open up the Predator and I'll show you how that looks. In the Predator properties, all we have to do to automate the signal, head down to auto entries, custom signal, and we're going to set up one entry signal. For this example, we're using object mode because we're automating an arrow. So all we have to do is type in the long signal entry. So that was the above upper for the long, and then for the short, we had below lower. Again, guys, every single indicator is going to have a different tag. Make sure you guys are always checking the tag yourself, verify it, and type in your own information. Now, once we have that, that's all we need. Let's go back to our chart enable the predator. Once we enable the predator, look up to the top left-hand corner and you're going to find your validation system. Here, you should be able to see your long entry signal tag and your short entry signal tag. Next to it, you should see some sort of a check mark. If you see a check mark, that means you're good to go and it's reading everything properly. If you see some sort of an hourglass, that likely means there is a typo in the tag. So make sure you guys go back into the signal and double check that tag actually exists and everything is typed in 100%. It has to match 100%. Any uppercases, lowercases, or spaces must be included in the tag. But once you see your tag with a check mark, you should be good to go. Now, we're just going to play it so we can see what that looks like. So we're just waiting for that blue arrow. Once we get the arrow, the predator is able to detect that signal and enter the trade. So that's all there really is for the draw object signals. I'm going to run through a few more examples of things we may run into. For our next example, we're going to be using this live wire indicator. And one thing you'll notice about it is that it shares the same tag for each signal. So your short is going to be LMD underscore signal. And your long is also going to be LMD underscore signal. Now, what we need to do in this situation is have a color identifier. So all we need to do is just note the color of the signal you're using. So in this example, our long signal has a Dodger blue and our short has a yellow. So we're still going to be using the same tag, but we're going to add a color identifier. So let's go into the properties. So same thing, under entry signal, we're still using object mode. And in this instance, we're going to be using the tag LMD signal. Make sure you have that underscore in there as well. We're going to copy and paste that for both because they both use the same tag. But now we're going to use a color identifier. So for our long, that's the Dodger blue. So let's just find it in this list. And it's right here. And for the short, that is the yellow. So that's all we need to do. Let's go to the chart to see what that looks like. When we use a color identifier, you're still going to see the same tag and the check mark in your validation system. But with the color identifier, you should also see the same colors that we typed in here. So in this instance, it's the Dodger blue for the longs and yellow for the shorts. So if you're using a color identifier, you may see just the tag, but if you don't see that color in the background, that means there is something wrong with the color. You have to go back and make sure you select the correct color. But once you see both of these are okay, you should be good to play it. And now we're just waiting for that yellow arrow, and it takes us into a short trade. And it will execute any order management you have selected within the properties. Now we're just waiting to see if we get a long position here as well to match with our blue arrow. So here we get a blue arrow and it enters us into a long trade. But now I want to run through one more example we run into with these draw object signals, and that should just about cover anything related to these draw object entry signals. For our final draw object example is something we run into every once in a while, and it's mainly from signals that come from other strategies. So I'm going to enable this strategy I made that it doesn't actually enter trades, but it creates signals that the predator can read. What ends up happening with some of these signals, let's just click on it to go in. You're going to see some sort of a gap between the last character of your text and the first character of the current barcode. This is something that happens by default if you're using Strategy Builder to create your own signals. It can happen with other indicators as well if that's something you add in yourself or your developer did it for some reason. But every once in a while, you will run into some sort of a gap between the last character and the number. So we just have to make sure if you see any sort of gap, we must include that into the predator properties. We have to include every single character from the very first one until you reach the number. So just to see how that looks like real quick, we're going to be using this long on with a space. That's our long entry signal. And we're going to be using short on with a space. That's going to be our short entry signal. So let's go into the predator properties and see how that looks. So again, we're going to use one entry signal, and our long entry signal was long on, and we have to type in the space. Just make sure to add that space to the very end. And the same thing for our short on, and make sure you include that space. And again, that space is only if there is a space between the last character and the number inside your actual tag. So let's enable the predator. And again, if we look at the top left-hand corner where your validation system is, you should see your tag and you'll see that little space included in there. If you have a check mark, that means you're good to go. Let me show a quick example of what it looks like if it was wrong. If we did not type in that space, let me enable this again. So over here, we did not type in the space. So we get this hourglass. That means it's not going to be able to pick up on that signal. Again, it has to match 100%. So once again, I'm going to add it in. And again, this indicator only because that tag actually has a space at the end. Typically with most indicators, you won't have to do that. But really, this is mainly just a thing with Strategy Builder. That's where we see it the most often. So again, we have the check mark. That means we are good to go. So now it reads our short arrow, and it was able to enter with any order management we had selected. So I think that just about covers the three main ways we can use these draw object entry signals with the Predator. These steps should help you automate most draw object signals out there. But in case you need more help, we do have a full user guide on our site. We even have a troubleshooting guide that should help resolve 99% of the problems out there. But if you do need more help, reach out to me on Discord or email us support@tradesaber.com and we'll help you with any problems you have. But I think I'm going to cut the video there. I don't want to make this video too long. I hope you guys found this useful. As always, take care. Enjoy.